Hi, everyone. Sudo, my name is Jennifer Chiang, and I wanted to come on here again to follow up on the important changes in the March 25th operational control letter that's currently being circulated. The section on page 1 states that whereas on March 5th, 2025, an operational control letter of acknowledgement was signed by Yap State Governor Charles Chiang, which also highlighted key priorities identified by the leadership of Yap regarding health and safety of its residents, social impacts, land maintenance and usage, together with environmental impacts for a period of 5 years, with the option to extend for additional 5-year terms with lands subject to reasonable compensation to be provided by the U.S. Department of Defense. The detail around those highlighted key priorities are what I will share now with you. The first is maintenance. Wet and dry public and private lands shall be leased at current fair market value, less 10% to the U.S. military site establishment in the state of Yap. Number 2 is safety. Military site establishment in Yap State shall require the construction of 10 secured and fully equipped underground bunk systems of 100 heads capacity, each of at least 3 months underground seclusion on the main island, and expediently reliable transportation means for the outer island population to safety in time of emergency. The note that I want to make on this is that safety is incredibly important. When we think about the proposed project, it is unlike any prior proposed projects in the state of Yap, because this is a proposed military operation. And with the establishment of a military operation in the state of Yap, the state becomes a potential target. And so it is incredibly important to not only protect our land, but to protect our people. The third key priority is social. Military site assignment in the state of Yap shall be classified as special hard mission of 0 alcoholic beverage consumption on assignment. And the fourth, the last pillar, the last key priority is environment. Infrastructure and construction developments shall be based on U.S. FSM and the State of Yap Environmental Protection Agency regulations. Leadership of the State of Yap consists of elected officials. G3, those are the 3 pillar chiefs. G5, heads of all governmental branches. And G7, combination of G3 and G5. The chairman of the Council of Pilung plays 2 roles. So I've shared those details, and now I'll go back to the section on page 1, which is the response to the March 5th operational control letter of acknowledgement. And it states that it was rejected on March 25th, 2025, and a request was made for Yap State Governor to sign a revised operational control letter of acknowledgement, providing the U.S. Department of Defense access to land controlled by Yap State for military construction projects. And so now I'll share with you what I know. And what I know is that the late governor had a meeting with the Yap State Attorney General on April 10, 2025. And in that meeting, there was no mention of the March 5th OCL being rejected, nor was there any mention that a request was made by the U.S. Department of Defense for a revised OCL. Why this information was withheld, I do not know. But I do know that because it was withheld, that it is a cause for concern, and I question the validity of the March 25th OCL because this was an unprecedented time in the state of Yap and in the FSM, where the untimely passing of Yap State's sitting governor put Yap State in a vulnerable position. And in this OCL, there is a lot of mention of good faith. And from what I've observed and how quickly this March 25th OCL is being circulated without the knowledge of the late governor, I don't consider this to be an act of good faith. And in fact, I see it as more of taking advantage of a situation where the state of Yap is in a vulnerable position with the untimely passing of its sitting governor, which has not happened in the history of the FSM or in Yap State. And with this project being a massive project and a very unique project for the state of Yap, Yap's strategic location will not change. And so I think that it is important for us to be fully informed again and to have all the information that we need in order to make informed decisions. So I encourage everyone again to just gather information, get all of the relevant and necessary information that you need in order to make informed decisions, and stay informed and share information and continue to ask questions. Thank you all, and Sido again, and Kumgar.